What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Movies That Make You podcast, where movies are more than just entertainment. They're a catalyst for meaningful conversation. I'm Jonathan Sprang, and I go by Sprang, and most weeks we dive into movies to watch in preparation for a new release hitting theaters. But we don't stop there. We talk about the morals, the values, and the life lessons these movies have to offer. This week, we've got a very special episode. Monday, November 17th is the actual anniversary of Charlie Brown adopting Snoopy. So we're going to be doing the Peanuts movies, the short ones, plus the feature film. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that. The boys requested to do this episode, and I was like, this is going to be so great. The timing's perfect. 75 years ago on this date, Charlie Brown adopted Snoopy. We hope you'll go check out our website. It's bio.site/movies that make you. There you'll find all of our links to all of our social media channels on YouTube, Instagram, and elsewhere. You can also find our podcast links to Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You can also check out our letterbox, which shows you all of our lists on the movies that make you laugh, the movies that make you cry, the movies that make you scream, and everything in between. Before we dive into this week's episode, though, let's take a look at the next 4 weeks on the Movies That Make You podcast. Next week, we're going to be talking Zootopia and giving our top 5 animated animals in that episode, all to gear up for Zootopia 2 hitting theaters. The week after that, we've got the FNAF movie sequel coming to the theaters. We've got Skeet Ulrich, Matthew Lillard playing these scary, scary things. And we're going to be discussing FNAF 1 and more on that episode to get scared. The week after that, I've got my good friend David Patrick. He's going to be on the show. We're going to be talking the top 10 movies of 1995. I'm going to bring my list. We're going to see where it all ends up. Should be a good time. The week after that, we've got Avatar 1 and 2. We'll be discussing those 2 films in preparation for Avatar Fire and Ash hitting theaters that Friday. We hope you'll join us as we talk about the people that are blue. Hope those episodes excite you. So without further ado, let's get to the podcast. We are back with another episode of Movies That Make You podcast. I am Dad, and I am joined by the 3 boys. Let's run it down, oldest to youngest.
I'm Connor, I'm 15.
I'm Colton, I'm 13.
I'm Zeke, and as the thing says, y'all can't see it, but it says 6'7", and I'm actually 12 years old.
Yes. For those watching at home, we do have names and things, subtitles on our podcast software, but they don't see that on the recording. So that is funny. Is 6'7" still a thing?
Yeah, it's still a thing at my school.
Well, if you hear in class, you'll look around, but no one's laughing, so you just...
It's more of like if the teacher accidentally says like 6'7" or something, then it's like kind of funny. But if you force it, it's not funny at all.
Yeah, true. I got you. All right. Well, very nice. Well, guys, we've got a big episode for you today. We're going to be talking through Snoopy films, Peanuts, the classic newspaper cartoon comic by Charles Schulz. And the reason that we're doing that is because this is a pretty epic day. On this day, 75 years ago, November 17th was the day that Charlie Brown adopted Snoopy in the newspaper. He adopted Snoopy. And so to celebrate that, we watched 3 of the holiday specials, and we watched the Peanuts movie that came out recently to gear up for that. And we have had a lot of fun with that. But before we jump into the movies, we do have a couple of announcements we want to make, and then we'll do our mustards. So first announcement is the podcast is going to have a slight deviation in the format. The boys have had a lot of fun doing the podcast, right, guys?
That's so much fun.
Yeah.
No, we're
Who
not.
said that?
But
no one
it is
ever.
a lot of work. It is a lot of work on the boys, and they've been good troopers, and they've gone with it, and they've had some fun, and then sometimes it felt like homework. And so we're going to switch the format up starting in January. In 2026, it's going to be a little bit different. We're still going to have the weekly episodes. We're still going to be gearing up for movies, but that's going to be me, and my co-host for those episodes is going to be the very own Papa Goss. Papa Goss will be the co-host for the Movies That Make You podcast. So I'm excited to have him on full time. And we're going to be doing some things on the podcast. We're still going to be doing the gearing up for the videos, but we're also going to do some other content. Like we're going to try to get celebrity interviews. We're going to also do a lot more out of the theater reactions. The boys are going to participate in a live once a month, just to talk and just to stay connected to the podcast, but that'll be live, so we can interact with our fans and have some fun that way. And so that's a little bit of what's happening in 2026. So wanted you all to know about that. One other thing of announcement sake that we wanted to make you aware of is that we hit 100 subscribers on YouTube. And so starting today, when this episode drops, we are starting a contest for the week. Comment on the video on YouTube. We're going to be doing an announcement. There's an announcement video on YouTube. So comment on that announcement, and you will win $50 worth of movies that make you merch. And we're going to have a lot of fun. We'll send it to you and all that stuff. So hope you go over to YouTube and check that out. Should be a lot of fun. The boys are excited to share the merch with you. We're going to, all the people that comment on the video, we're going to throw into one of those wheels and spin it and see who wins. So that should be fun. Very cool. All right. Before we jump into the movies, let's get to our mustards. Colton, why don't you go first?
Oh, nice. I'm going good. I'm in the top band, but they needed people for like the lower bands to help out for the concert, so I joined that. It was pretty cool. And All City for band again happens. I didn't make the team, or I didn't really want to either. Same for All Region. All Region's about to happen. I don't want to make it, but that's fine. And I'm doing cross country race on Tuesday. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Very nice. Connor, what you got going on?
Nothing much has been happening, but I've been watching a lot of F1 stuff and racing, and yeah, it's really fun.
Nice. All right, Zeke, how about you?
What was the question again?
We're
Sorry.
just doing our mustards, our catch up.
Oh, okay. My favorite part of the week has definitely been going to youth, because that's when we got the announcement that they're throwing a gobble till you drop thing where we eat a Thanksgiving dinner, and I want to make the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh,
So
nice.
I might get that on my own allowance, so there's that.
So what would you do for your the Charlie Brown dinner?
I would
Explain that.
grab jelly beans, marshmallows, pretzels, and toast.
Okay. That sounds like a fun Thanksgiving meal for sure. Very nice. The week for me. Oh wait, Zeke, you were in a musical. Like tell the people about
Yeah.
your musical. Yeah.
Guys, I was in a musical Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. 3
Yeah.
musicals y'all could see. We perform we performed for the third graders over at Dodd once, and they were literally, so Miss Norris was like, here's how the third graders are gonna act. Bubbles, Glinda Bubbles, because we had like bubble shooters,
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
bubble guns, and that's literally how they acted. They're like, Bubbles, Glinda Bubbles, yeah.
That's awesome.
It was so cute.
So did you enjoy doing the musical?
I enjoyed it a lot. I was so sad if I didn't get to. I want to be in the musical next year. Like, I've gone like, I need to be in another musical.
Good.
Like, I
I'm
need
glad
it.
that I'm glad you feel that way. What do you know what y'all are doing next semester?
I do
Yet?
not know. If it's Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, I'm getting Willy Wonka. No
That would
debate.
be
I'm getting
amazing.
it. I'm
Yeah.
getting it.
Well, we can definitely work towards that for sure. Very cool. Awesome. My week's been pretty good. Work's going well. We're making some progress on some things, having some fun over there. That's good. Podcast is doing well. Had a good episode. We got an upcoming episode for the 30th anniversary of movies from 1995. That's going to drop in 3 weeks with my buddy David Patrick. So that's going to be a fun episode. We had a good conversation around. We talked through my top 10 movies from that year, and then he did all of the movies that should have been in my top 10. So that was a lot of fun too. Good stuff. We got some good stuff coming up in the podcast. I already mentioned it earlier in the podcast, but really hope you help us finish this year strong. We are actually also close to 1,000 likes, 1,000 subscriptions, or whatever you call it, 1,000 follows on Instagram. So we're like 900 80 something. So we're really close there too. So if you're someone that's on Instagram and you haven't followed us there, please go over there and make that happen. That would be amazing to hit 1,000 before the
Thank
year's
you,
in.
guys.
How
Absolutely.
how did
Thank
YouTube get
you.
it first? Because I thought we had more people on
Well, that's
Instagram.
1,000. That's 1,000. YouTube, we have 100 subscribers and we have close to 1,000 followers on Instagram. Yeah. Yeah. But I started, I definitely started on Instagram more than I did YouTube. And then I kind of tried to do more stuff on YouTube recently. So,
Make it like a video that's
Because
to,
YouTube Shorts is full of kids.
yeah.
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 But I think, I don't know, like
I
our
feel like their
YouTube,
algorithm is only the popular people get put in those videos.
yeah, our shorts don't get a whole bunch of views on YouTube. But our reels on Instagram get tons. So yeah, we've got one that's at 162,000 views and one that's like 120,000 views from a couple weeks ago. So
Still climbing though.
yeah, yeah, still getting a few views here and there. So thank you, as Zeke said, thank you so much for all the fun that you guys
Thank
are
you.
providing to us. I hope you're enjoying. I'm glad you're enjoying all of the little clips of these kids being silly and crazy. So we're gonna keep that going in 2026. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the Charlie Brown stories. We watched the Halloween special, the Thanksgiving special, and the Christmas special. I want to take some time here before we jump into those stories. Let's talk about our favorite parts about Halloween. What are your favorite traditions when it comes to Halloween? What do you think when you think of Halloween? What do you think
Ooh,
about?
I got an answer.
Okay, go ahead, Colton. You can go first.
Playing BO2 the week before Halloween.
Okay, was that just what you did this year?
Well, no, we do it I think we started like 3 years ago.
Okay.
2020 or 2019.
So
What?
5 years ago then. It
So
was
what
the
is
year we got
BO2?
Black Ops Zombies.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, nice. That's good. So you do that every year before
Yeah.
Halloween? You played Black Ops 2 Zombies?
Yeah, Connor, did you do it this year? Oh yeah, you guys did. Yeah, y'all
I
did.
don't.
Y'all did like a couple weeks before.
Well, we did it kind of
Halloween.
early.
Yeah.
Okay. Zeke, what about you?
My favorite Halloween tradition is probably dressing up. It's basically an excuse for cosplaying as one of your favorite characters. So
Yep, absolutely. All right, Connor, what about you? What do you think of when you think of Halloween?
Making eating pumpkin seeds, or what was the other one? Watching Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes, and we got to do that in a very special episode, a very special showing, didn't we?
what's this?
Tell
What's
them
this?
about that.
Oh yeah, how was
We
that?
got to watch it in 3D. It was pretty. It was really good.
And laser. What's this? What's this? There's color everywhere. What's this?
That
There's
ain't
white things
them.
in the air. What's this? I can't believe my eyes. I must be dreaming. Wake up, Jack. This isn't fair. It's one of my favorite Halloween
Yeah, that's good.
songs.
Yeah, Colton
It's
didn't
a
want to
good
go
one.
see it.
But
He's
we
not
did see the Rocky one. The Rocky one was so peak.
I wish I could see
the
it with you
Rocky
guys.
movie. Yeah, yep. We did
I
watch
gotta
Rocky
rewatch
4
this.
the next week.
I remember that we watched all of the Rocky movies and we didn't even do the podcast on it.
Yeah,
We have to do the
but we
podcast
still
on it.
enjoyed the podcast, right?
I think we
Yeah,
should
I'm waiting
rewatch
for
them.
that.
I want to
Okay.
rewatch them. Those were such
Yeah,
good
they're so
movies.
good.
Probably my favorite.
Yeah, we can do that. I've got it
All of
scheduled.
them.
Yeah,
There's
Rocky.
only
It's
we
either
can watch it.
Rocky or what's it? That other one, Fast and Furious. Those are my two favorite movie series.
Yeah, I do have it on the schedule to do the Rocky episode next year,
Okay,
sometime.
cool.
So we can look at that. But yeah, I would say we didn't necessarily need to watch all of them because we watched 7 of them, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so we wouldn't have to rewatch all of them, I don't think, but maybe a
I want
couple
to
just to kind of
rewatch.
remind ourselves. But yeah, that would be fun to do next year. But also there's the Creed movies that are like continuation of the story, and they're really good too. Why are you making that face, Colton?
Wait,
We
Creed's
have
my
to do
favorite
it.
character. I was just mad when he
Oh,
died.
well, yeah, but it's about his son,
Well,
and his
still.
son works with Rocky to become a great boxer. And there's 3 movies of those. It's Michael B. Jordan, which you know from a couple of the movies we watched He was in the Fantastic Four as Johnny Storm in the remake, and he was also Killmonger in Black Panther. So,
And
yep.
he's a basketball player
No, not that
Wrong,
Michael
Michael
Jordan.
Jordan.
without the B.
Yeah. So for me, I think,
Yeah.
Traditionally the Halloween season also leads to candy, but for me, it centers around movies. And this year I watched 57 scary movies in the month of October. I was trying to go for 60 and I just missed it. So next year I want to try to get to 62 because that would be 2 movies averaged per day. So we'll see if that happens. Did you guys enjoy the scary movies we watched this year?
Yes.
I enjoyed them. Yeah.
Mhm.
We should have
The
watched
visit.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space again. That was peak.
Mm.
It
Well,
was
that one was pretty good.
it was peak absolute cinema. Every movie is
I feel
absolute
like
cinema.
I feel like I wanted them to be a bit more scary. Like it didn't feel
Yeah.
that scary.
We should have
Like
watched the
probably because I
Boogeyman
played
with
Phasmophobia a
Z.
lot.
And there's
Oh
one movie.
yeah, that one was actually scary.
Yeah.
So the one that is really scary is the Insidious series. It's in the top scariest movies according to science. Is the Insidious movie, and we didn't watch that. Part of that is because we kind of trailed off from wanting to watch them. So I just picked movies I wanted to watch.
Why not?
I thought it was
watch them in November.
We can watch a scary movie any time of the year, 100%. But we
I wanna
we
rewatch
we were really excited to watch them, and then after like 3, nobody wanted to watch them with me anymore. So
I
wanted to watch them with you.
everyone you said, I was like, I want to watch.
no, you didn't, but it's okay.
Which one did I not want to watch?
Megan 2.
Okay, those were those.
Well, those are
ones weren't
buns.
accept- Yeah,
Yeah,
those
Those
maybe.
were good.
I just feel like they wouldn't scare me.
They were.
Well, they
pretty
were
good.
more thriller than they were like scary.
Yeah.
But it's also included.
There's one I want to watch. You guys were watching it. It was like one with a camera and it was zooming back and forth, and like this
Oh,
girl
The
would do
Visit?
random stuff. I want to watch that, but it's 18.
Yeah, it's definitely an 18. I think maybe next year you could watch that Paranormal Activity series. It's got a lot of language, so that's the thing that kind of puts it in that
Bad.
that R. Hey, remember when I said let's not spin, and you went full 360 on me?
This man
It's
watches Instagram.
Yeah. So
I'm an
Instagram.
Instagram watcher.
And
Oh
I
my
think
goodness! Put me in a cage.
I think soon we should start watching the Batman. Or
Honestly, I'd be
sometime.
down to watch that.
well, we should watch that. Yeah.
It's
Well,
a
when
really good movie.
Yeah, it is definitely, and it's PG-13. It's
It's
like,
coming out in 2027. That's so long.
but we could watch it, and then we'll be ready for it. We'll probably watch it again before it comes out. What's up, Zeke?
So, do you all know the Minecraft and the Simpsons thing that's going on?
You
They're
mean the
both.
Fortnite?
No, I mean Simpsons and Minecraft.
Okay, no, nobody knows.
The second Minecraft movie and the second Simpsons movie are both releasing in 2027 on the same day.
Are you serious?
Simpcraft or Mindsons.
Wow,
Simpcraft or Mindsons. And
that's crazy.
also,
That seems
I
like
was-
bad planning.
yeah, I was also wondering if we could do a thing that we could all do. We could like all play like a video game, and we could call it Games That Make You, where we all play Fortnite or something.
Yeah, maybe we can do that. That'd be
Or
fun.
we should like be trying new games and then we're like rating them and stuff.
Yeah, that would be. We would spend a lot of money on games though.
Well, no, like
No, we would
could,
just do the Xbox
games.
like free games. Yeah, the Xbox ones that are like
But if it's like
they're part of the
$4 or
subscription.
$5, we could. Like we could take
Yeah.
requests.
Dude, guys, I'm all for it. We just had shows that make you that didn't get an episode done, and then we had the sports that make you never even tried to sit down to record anything. We had hey, we're gonna do reviews of all the movies, just the kids, and we got 2 out. So I'm all
That's
for you
mostly just
guys doing
homework.
more if you want, and you don't need me involved. That's fine. But
Yeah, shows
yeah.
that make you. I need you guys like to make the content interesting,
do
because
one.
last time I did it alone, that was a train wreck.
I will do it.
Like we need an adult there, 'cause like it was a train wreck. But I don't.
Colton's saying he'll do that show with you.
But we gotta pick
So
a
we'll
show.
see. Yeah.
Yeah, but like it's so much like work, and there's like
But that's the
20
thing, like, you
episodes.
don't have to
It's
do,
not
like,
that
work.
much work.
You can
We
just show
take
up
like
and start
10
talking.
minutes, rate it, like talk about it, and then we're done.
Yeah. It
Doesn't
can be a
have to be like
shorty.
a full episode.
Yeah.
I was talking.
Yeah.
So
And you could rate.
the problem with what I was the problem with what
Can you
I was
sit back
doing,
and talk into
I
the
was
microphone?
rating.
Zeke, hold on. Hold on. Please restart that and talk into the microphone. The microphone is here and you're talking over here. So nobody can-
So the problem with what
Wait.
I was doing, I was rating each individual episode, and it turns out we don't do that. So
That's a lot. Cool. All right. Well, let's get to. We talked a little bit about Halloween, then kind of got sidetracked, but that's fine. All good stuff. So let's talk a little bit about the Halloween special, Peanuts Halloween special. Connor, you had this on your top 5 Halloween films. What makes this one stand out? Did you enjoy watching again this time?
I think it's just like nostalgic, I guess, because I've seen it before and it's like really good. Mhm.
Yeah. Cool. What about you, Zeke? This is your first time seeing it, right?
yeah, this is my first time seeing it.
What were
I
your
loved
initial
them.
thoughts? Yeah.
My initial thoughts were Charlie Brown is thinks he's clumsy. He is clumsy. He does things wrong. He doesn't deserve this. He's so kind. Like, he doesn't
Mhm.
deserve this. Why do the kids hate him? But then I realized, oh wait, it's the joke. Charlie Brown has bad things happen to him, and it's funny. I realize that now, and I realize when somebody in cartoons falls on the floor, head backwards, like it's funny. But when somebody misses a football because their friend is a evil person, well, not evil, and then it's not funny in real life. So
Yeah.
So the summary
true.
is
listen,
when somebody makes a fool out of themselves and get a whole bunch of bad things happen to them. It's funny. Thank you for
in
tuning in,
cartoons,
guys.
in cartoons,
In
in
cartoons, yeah.
cartoons. But if it
Colton,
happens
what's
in
your
real life,
thoughts on
that's
what's your
I
thoughts, Colton?
remember like mom would always make me. It was like one time, but still, she would make me watch this movie because she was addicted to frickin' Snoopy, and I feel like I didn't bring that back too much nostalgia. It just looked nostalgic because like it was like the
Old.
quality and stuff. Yeah.
The quality is amazing. It's amazing animation. People drew that by hand. They
What
didn't have
about
computers. That was all by hand. So it's pretty insane.
those computers were made by hand.
What were you gonna say, Connor?
that one scene where she was in the table?
Which one is that?
Oh,
Think it
I know what he's
was
talking about.
the Christmas one, and she was like at the stand giving advice, and then she was in the table.
I didn't remember that.
Well, it was the angle. She was at the advice table, and like like the line at the bottom,
Mhm.
it was like over like the table.
Oh, okay.
It's hard to
Gotcha.
Zeke, what
I
what
gotcha.
are you doing?
I might have put a little weight. It's fine though.
What the
Let's
heck?
let's sit
That
up.
looks weird.
I might have
Um,
put on a little weight, chat.
okay, we heard you. We heard you. It's definitely nostalgic. This is one I watched growing up, and it came out in 1965. Oh no, 1966 is when the Halloween one came out, and so that's something and it always was aired every single year. What's the faces?
It's pretty close, you know?
Not what faces?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Well, you said it wasn't a thing, Colton, but now you're the one calling it out. So I guess it is a thing. You got caught. But yeah, every year this would come on and we'd always make a plan to watch it, and it's always fun. And I think too, like in this one, Charlie Brown isn't the one of them. They still make fun of him like in the normal like Charlie Brown stuff, like the football, and then like good grief, and like he still messes things up a little bit. But they were actually picking on Linus more because Linus believed in the Great Pumpkin, and they were basically saying, why are you doing this, all that stuff, and so he was being more picked on. But because he didn't get Like, how did it end? How did the story end? I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure he found out the Great Pumpkin wasn't real, something like that.
Yeah. I didn't know if they shared candy with him because he didn't get to go candy getting, right? Is that what happened?
Trick or treating.
Trick or
Candy
treating?
getting,
Candy getting?
robbing.
I thought they did, but anyway. But it's a cute show, a cute movie. 25 minutes, easy watch. What's up, Zeke?
So the funniest thing, I think Kristen pointed this out, they're acting like adults. How do they know these words?
Oh,
Notarized?
yeah.
How do they know what notarized means?
'Cause they're
Yeah.
smart.
How do they know these
Yeah,
things?
that's also the kind of
They're
the
not
humor
supposed to
of
be this
the
smart.
yeah. That's part of the humor of the series is that it's it's adult script, but it's with kids. So it's kind of funny. And that just makes it that much more funny. Cool. Well, let's rate it. What do we got? Great Pumpkin. Zeke, you go first. Out of 5.
Out of 5, I'd rate it a 4 out of 10. It definitely introduced me to the
You
character
said a
Linus a
4 out of
lot.
10? 4 out
4
of
out of
10? We said
5,
5.
sorry.
Okay.
4 out of 5.
Gotcha. Okay, 4 out of 5. Got it. Connor, what was you?
Probably a 4.5.
Okay. And Colton?
3.5.
3.5. Nobody got the right one. It's 5. 100% 5.
Ah.
This is a 5 out of 5. It's one of the best animated films of all time.
Yeah, I think we should talk about how we are middle child discrimination by going Zeke, Connor, then Colton.
No, I just wanted you to be the epic finale. You know,
Oh, stop it.
I
Oh
wanted to
my
build it up.
goodness.
4.5. I was expecting the 5,
Stop
and then you
it.
said 3.5.
I'm
Womp
a tough
womp.
judge.
Yeah, and I think when you get older, you might have a little bit more appreciation for it. Very cool. All right, the next one we're going to talk about is Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. I will have to say I had seen this before, but it's not one that I remember watching as often. But basically, the story goes is he's got to go to his grandparents for Thanksgiving. His grandmother's cooking a dinner, but then Peppermint Patty invites herself over. And then a bunch of other friends decide they're going to come over for Thanksgiving. So Charlie Brown feels like he has to make a Thanksgiving dinner. He makes a Thanksgiving dinner, but he only made the things that he knew how to make, which is Linus's suggestion. So he made, what did he make, Zeke?
He made toast, jelly beans, pretzels, and marshmallows.
Yep.
And
So he made
popcorn.
what he knew how to make. And then they sit down for Thanksgiving dinner. What happens?
It was amazing.
They were very
Most of the people
ungrateful.
liked it, but yeah, Peppermint Patty.
Peppermint Patty
Say it
was
again, Zeke.
very
A
ungrateful.
bomb.
Yep. And started
Bomb.
making a
In the
big
holidays,
fuss
we're
about it.
supposed to give thanks.
Yeah.
Like, in a holiday where you're
So
supposed to give thanks, she was very ungrateful.
I think that's the whole theme.
explain that. What do you mean?
Yeah.
I think that's the theme because it's ironic that it's Thanksgiving and she's being ungrateful.
Mm-hmm. So then what happens after that?
So,
They go to their grandma's and the ends.
Yeah. Charlie Brown
Snoopy has
is
been
on the phone.
hiding.
Charlie Brown is on the phone with his grandma and tells her what's going on, and then she says, "Just bring him on over."
Why didn't they have their own Thanksgiving they could attend to? Almost everybody has Thanksgiving, so where were their parents for Thanksgiving?
That's a good question. I mean, when I watch it, what I assume is that their families, like Charlie Brown is their family. Like that's how they see it. And their parents are not involved in their lives and don't have Thanksgiving dinner. And that's why they're seeking, can we have Thanksgiving dinner with you? So how's that hit you? Right. Yeah. But that's a pretty big moral to learn is that, you know, we need to be grateful for what we have. And when someone puts forth effort to do something kind, then we say thank you and we enjoy it and we smile and we say this is amazing because they put forth the effort and we don't let our kind of cynical ways kind of get in the way of celebrating what that person did for us.
We learned this in church yesterday. The attitude of gratitude.
There you go.
Yeah,
I wonder
we
why
did.
they did
Saying
that.
thanks.
Yeah. Connor, what's your thoughts? Any thoughts on Thanksgiving?
Well, I remember one I liked. It was 2022 or 2023. We were at our dad's, and 7 Jordan came over, Kane's like cousins, and it was just really fun. I played Skate 3, and Colton and 7 played Minecraft.
We played Minecraft
And
and we
when
played
we would go to
dancing.
sleep, we would watch memes.
It was so peak. I want them
That's
to come back.
good
It would be so much fun. Like,
for sure.
okay, remember waiting in the front, wait, we were waiting in the front lawn for them, and then they came. It was so peak.
That's
The
cool.
definition of absolute sin.
Colton, how about you? What's Thanksgiving mean to you?
Probably the same thing Connor said, like family and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah.
Zeke, how about you? Any Thanksgiving
Yeah.
traditions that you like?
I definitely like the wishbone tradition because me and Colton did a wishbone and he got it.
Mm-hmm.
I never get it. Another thing that I'd like to comment on, Snoopy had his own turkey. At the end, they Snoopy and Birdie. I think there was only
Tweety.
Birdie in this
No, what is it?
cartoon. Tweety,
Oh, his
it was
name's
Tweety.
Woodstock. The bird's name's
Woodstock,
Woodstock. Mm-hmm.
got it. Woodstock this was the first cartoon he was in, right? Animated, right?
I think that
I
was the
think so. The
Great
Christmas,
Pumpkin.
yeah, the Christmas special probably,
Oh wait,
but
The
this
Great
was the
Pumpkin
first
was not.
one.
right, no.
No.
He was in all of these, but we're talking about the Thanksgiving one now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was the Snoopy and the turkey thing mainly.
Okay. Yeah. Well, do you have any Thanksgiving oh, you said the wishbone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any do you guys like Thanksgiving dinner, like turkey and dressing and mashed potatoes
We
and
should do our favorite Thanksgiving meal.
I
Or like,
I like mac and cheese.
bro, literally copycat. No, I like mac and cheese. I
Mac
love
and
mac and
cheese
cheese
and
in
the
general.
rolls.
I like the
If
mac and
I
cheese that is like not too creamy.
good Zeke?
So if I invented Thanksgiving in the present day, if the modern day Thanksgiving was invented by yours truly, it would be the main entree would be homemade gourmet pizza with parmesan and pepperoni and bacon and all that good stuff, like it would look real nice. And then there would be jalapeno poppers for those who like spicy stuff. Then 1 scoop of ice cream for those who like sweet stuff. And then there would be the final entree, or the side dish would be popcorn. So,
Okay.
Okay.
yeah, that
I mean,
sounds like a
I don't
good
mind some of
meal.
that stuff. Like we should do our own spring giving. I'm just kidding. Thanksgiving.
If only,
Yeah.
no.
We could do that though. We could make it a tradition that not on Thanksgiving Day, but maybe in the month of November we do like a kid gets to decide the meal and we do a kids giving meal. That'd be kind of fun.
Every kid gets to pick, like, we would do a spinning wheel, and the first person it picks, they get to pick the main dish, and the other two people get to pick the side dish, and then the parents get to pick the sweet.
Okay. We could do something like that. Let's try that next year. Something to look forward to.
I'm gonna
Guys.
point this out to you. On Halloween, I'm going to point this out to you. I will make a reminder for myself to point this out to you.
What are you pointing out?
What are we
I'm
pointing
pointing
at?
out the kids giving. The
Kids
kids
giving.
giving. It
Oh,
was your idea.
gotcha. Cool. All right. So what about anything stand out from the movie, the Thanksgiving movie, that you want to mention?
Not really.
There is something to be said that this was made in 1973. So 6 more years or 7 years after the Halloween episode. And then 8 years after the Christmas special. So that is something I think that it was a little bit different than the others. The animation was a little different. The voices were different. And instead of doing like what we're going to hear in the Christmas special is the kind of the scripture story of Jesus's birth, he told kind of a little bit more of the first Thanksgiving and talked about some of those people that were a part of that. So And I think too that they were commenting on that they were like the things, the events that were happening were somewhat reminiscent of an event that happened in history too, with two parties arguing over Thanksgiving dinner and then coming to an agreement and realizing they needed to be on the same team. So pretty cool episode. It didn't hit like the other ones did for me, but cool. Well, let's go ahead and rate the Thanksgiving episode. What do you got, Colton?
4.
Okay. Connor?
4.5.
Okay. Zeke?
I'd give it a 5. It was really good.
Okay. And I gave it a 4.5. It's not on the same level for me as the Halloween or the Christmas one, so drops a little bit, but still good moral story and still fun to see the characters again. All right, let's get to it. This is the original Charlie Brown's holiday special. Is a Charlie Brown Christmas. So many like staples of this show. The tree, the little really rinky dink tree. You can actually buy those now at the store. They have a Charlie Brown Christmas tree that looks just like that you can have on your desk if you want. The Linus telling the Christmas story is classic. You also get a lot of the traditional Charlie Brown moments where there's football and he's trying to kick it and all that stuff. The other thing about this one is the fun ice skating at the beginning. That was cool. And actually there wasn't football in this one. There was football in the Thanksgiving one and in the Halloween one, but the Christmas one, they were ice skating at the beginning. So
And he was trying to fly the kite, right? Or is that that was the animated
that's
one?
the
I
movie.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the, I guess the key piece to the story is that they're putting on a Christmas pageant. Charlie Brown gets put in charge, and then he kind of makes everybody somewhat upset because he's trying to control everything and they don't understand. And then they all forget the meaning of Christmas and they think it's just about gifts. And Linus has to remind them that it's actually about Jesus and all that stuff. So really touching, that clip of him telling the thing is always pops up in the feed somewhere because it's just nice kind of hearing that in that format. So pretty cool, classic, nostalgic, all those things. Go ahead, Colton.
Wait, I need to back up.
What is that?
Those
What
crazy
was
dance moves,
that?
bro. The crazy dance moves from all the people.
What was
Yeah,
that? What was that?
it was
Hold
the
on, wait a
dance
minute.
moves. It's the
What?
dance moves from the kid. They were on the stage for the Christmas pageant and they were
Yeah.
dancing all silly. All right, Connor, what's some of your favorite parts of Christmas in general?
Like every year there's something different. So like in 2023 there was the Fortnite like they released this new thing where it was the jam, you could race, you could play Lego and play Fortnite. And I played all of them. Like I was at Dad's and I literally played all night just doing missions and just playing each game mode.
Nice. What about you, Zeke? What do you think about when you think about Christmas? Any
Think
any any fun
about.
memories?
I remember when I got my Oculus for Christmas. I
Well,
still
that's
have not
good.
introduced you to the Batman game.
Yeah, it was just last year, so I'm glad you still remember that. That's good. Anything else older than that? Anything else? Christmas traditions?
Definitely having our own like Star Wars dinner that one time.
But yeah, that was
We
fun.
got to get the Minecraft dinner this year since we
I
have
know.
the
I've already talked to Grammy. She's gonna
mhm.
help. She's gonna help do it. So
We're gonna
pretty
make
cool.
the infamous or the famous the cake. That's what it's called in the recipe, the cake.
Or lava
Nice.
chicken, but it's kind
Mm,
La la la
out of
lava. That's not in
season.
the cookbook. That's not in the cookbook, sadly.
yeah. Colton, what
La
are
la
your
la
favorite
lava.
Christmas
Lava chicken.
traditions?
Yes.
I would say playing Minecraft. I like playing Minecraft on
At Christmas? Okay.
Chris. I also, it's not really a tradition, but I have 2 Christmas times. Oh, one tradition, Grammys, going to Grammys. That's probably my favorite tradition.
Yes.
Nice.
But I have
Yeah.
2 Christmases come to mind. I think it was 19 or 18 at Dad's. We were in the I think it was 2018 because we were at the condo, but we had the condo and like the big Christmas tree is up, so peak, and actually 3. We had one. I think this was 2020, but we were at Heather's house. They gave us like over like $600 in presents. It was the first like
Yeah.
first marriage thing. It was insane. Like it was crazy. I feel
Yeah,
like
they
it
went
was a
all
little too
out.
much. I feel like it was a little too much. And then next one
And
would
then
be 2023 or 2024. We had Christmas at Grammys.
Yeah, 2024. We went after Christmas. Yeah, I went there. Yep.
Yeah, that was so peak.
I already did mine, but I remember another one. Last year it was like so memorable because what's it called? That one King Von meme, that was like super popular.
Or where?
Yeah.
Grammys or at that? Oh, yeah. Grammys is so peak. Remember when I got the basketball hoop and we were like playing outside? That was so peak. And when we saw
Mhm.
the
And
bioluminescence.
then we had that drone, the drone we were
Oh
throwing to each
yeah.
other.
That was so peak. Peak, bro. Peak. Peak.
Good. Da, 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 da,
Everybody gave their Christmas traditions. Okay.
Yeah.
For me, a couple of the Christmas traditions are setting up the nativity scene
Tree.
on the
Oh.
mantle. That's using my
Yeah.
dad's old stuff. He actually hand painted all those, so that's a fun thing to set up. And I know your mom sets up the little Precious Moments nativity, puts it on the TV
The
stand.
baby Jesus one? Huh.
Mhm. And then Christmas Eve is always fried chicken and sides. We've converted it into Popeye's fried chicken because it's only the best fried chicken ever. So we get that on Christmas Eve, and then but Christmas morning everybody has to stay in their rooms until it's actually time to open
Oh
presents, and then we
yeah.
go around and everybody opens one present at a time instead of just everybody just coming through and tearing through everything. Just try to savor every moment so that we enjoy. Everybody gets to see what everybody got. So that's kind of my fun Christmas traditions.
And speaking of that, we're doing that this year. We should set the time up to be like 8 o'clock. Cause I remember last year it was like 10 or 10:30, and I was like just sitting in my room. Please,
Yeah.
I've been
Well,
up all
because
night. You know I
it was
can't
because all
sleep
the
on Christmas
grandparents.
Eve. Yeah, I could not
We had
sleep
to
on
we had
Christmas
to wait for all the
Eve.
grandparents to get ready.
Yeah, you never be able to sleep on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it wasn't 10 o'clock. It was like 8 o'clock because
Mm.
9.
we told them to be there at like 6 or something like that. So it was something really early. They had to leave really early. What's up, Zeke?
I was just thinking maybe we could do a vlog on Christmas Eve and we could all like do it throughout the day. Like we would cut for a few hours and then another one of us could record our Christmas present time, you
Yeah,
know?
we can do
And then
some
we
of
could
that.
all do an annual game of Fortnite.
No, I don't know about that,
I'm
but
fine
we'll,
with the
we'll
present logging, but I don't really want like being recorded while I'm opening my present. Like
right,
if
right,
it's
right.
just like a
We'll
video,
just
but
do it
like
as yeah,
yeah, I don't want
yeah.
it
We can
like
just do a
that.
highlight video. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's go ahead and rate it. Christmas special. Let's actually do Connor first. Connor, what do you got for rating on the Christmas special?
I'd give it a 4 because it doesn't feel like that nostalgic. Like the Halloween one feels way more nostalgic.
Okay, Colton.
5.
Nice. Zeke.
Definitely 5. It's really good.
I'll actually
Cool.
give it a 5.5 to make it
Christmas
very good.
time is here.
And I will.
Happiness and cheer. Colton.
That's perfect. That's
Dude,
like
that
the exact dance. That's great. We should all do that on Christmas. Is everybody pick one of those characters from the show and dance like them for the Christmas picture?
I'm
Or we
doing
could
this
go
one.
like really sped up. Like you
Hmm.
do the dance normally and then we speed it up and it could be like a silly gif or something.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I think you guys all know that I gave this a 5.
Yeah.
It's like my favorite. It's so great. Well, cool. Well, let's jump into the last thing we're going to talk about today is the Peanuts movie from 2015. This was a fully CG animated, computer animated film, but they really did a good job of making it have a very distinct look. with the animation. I liked it because it looked soft. It looked like they were felt like they were like if you touched them, they would be like felt stuffed animals or something like that. That's just kind of how the design looked. Um, and the story was really touching too. It was really cool. And they had like little segments with Snoopy and the Red Raider, whatever. What was the
Red Baron.
Red Baron? Yes. And so that was fun too to have those little snippets throughout the movie. But yeah, I mean, this one just showed over and over again Charlie Brown finding himself getting at the bad side of anything he was trying to do. But in the movie, it was all because he was trying to do something for someone else. So he was trying to win the attention of little redheaded girl, and so he was trying to do the talent competition, and then he didn't because he was helping his sister do the talent competition. And then there were a couple other things, writing a paper, and he had her as a partner, so he wrote the whole paper, and then it gets destroyed by the toy airplane. So it was like everything he was trying to do, he was working hard to do the right thing, and it just didn't work out for him. But what did the little redheaded girl say at the end
That
of the
he's
movie?
a cutie pie.
Maybe.
That she liked him anyway because of his kindness and his honesty and his charity for his sister, his honesty at the award banquet, and his kindness for doing the whole project for her.
I kind of didn't like how you like didn't see her face until the very end.
That's a thing that people do in shows and movies and stories to just
Or, like, you
hide
watch
that.
till the end.
Yeah, just to hide save the last bit. There's a show actually called How I Met Your Mother. Have you heard of that?
Yes, I've heard of it. I've never watched it though.
So the you don't see the wife until like the last 2 episodes of the entire series, and it's like 6 or 7 episodes. I mean 6 or 7 seasons long, right?
Mm.
So that's one of those same types of things where they kind of hold off on that, just to have that kind of feeling of suspense. Yeah, so let's do favorite parts of the Peanuts movie. Colton, why don't you go first?
The start when they show her, because she low-key kind of a baddie.
What do you
What?
mean?
She's
We
like
That's what
found-
wait, this is what I'm talking about. Because I thought she was a baddie until the very end when you see her face and she's like, ugh. Like, why are her
What are you
eyes so
doing?
separated? Wait, I need to scroll.
Animation, buddy.
Oh,
Connor, what about you? Favorite parts of the movie?
The Snoopy scene where he's like in a plane.
You like those? That's cool.
Actually, she's still low-key kind of a baddie.
I love this. All right, Zeke, what about you? What's favorite parts of the movie, the Peanuts movie?
definitely the part where he's like, actually, it's Snoopy trying to break into the school, and he's like, Christmas time is here, happiness, and then he's like, oh, like,
I don't remember that.
I don't remember
I
that.
don't
it's
remember
like
that
where he's
either.
like trying to catch the Red Baron, and he's like,
I know
he's, like,
he's trying to break
going
into
through
school. I don't remember
town.
that Christmas
Bear.
this year part. Red Baron, it's a
Baron.
plane.
It's like the Red Baron.
It's that
It
plane
was,
it's
that
the
he was
you don't
plane.
fighting
remember that?
all through the
It was
scenes.
where they
Yeah.
sung Christmas Time is Here, the Peanuts movie. You don't remember
That was
that?
I'm pretty sure that was the winter one.
No,
they may
that
have
was
tied
in
it.
both of them.
Yeah, they might have done it because they went through all the seasons. So I thought overall that it was a fun, like I said, it was a fun story. It was a good moral of trying hard, failing every time, and still finding the grit to keep moving forward and not, even though you gotta, I mean, it is kind of depressing watching all of them back to back because you're like, this kid can't catch a break, but I think the thing that makes that relatable is that we've all failed in life. We've all had mistakes in life. We've all tried hard and still not made the team, or we've tried hard and we still failed the test. And so this is like, it shows like there's still good that can come out of those types of situations. And the Peanuts movie, I think, did a good job of kind of capturing all those things that I grew up loving about Charlie Brown and Snoopy, and telling a story that was really showed all the sides. I will say the one thing that I thought was really beautiful was when it opens. It's in winter, snow's on the ground, and he's inside, and all the neighborhood kids are coming and saying, "Hey, Charlie Brown, let's come play." So while it feels like that maybe he doesn't, it seems like, I think he seems like he doesn't have a whole lot of friends. He doesn't have a lot going for him. But the entire neighborhood like wants him to play with them. So I thought that was cool because it's something I wasn't expecting. But yeah, I mean, it's a good story. You should definitely watch it if you haven't seen it before. Grab the kids, go watch it. Grab the parents, go watch it, and enjoy your time. And make sure you watch the Thanksgiving episode and you watch the Christmas episode. I'd say even go back and watch the Halloween episode. They are all on Apple TV Plus, and so if you have that subscription, you can watch them for free. Otherwise, you got to find them online somewhere, and I was not able to find them to stream or to buy digitally. I had to do the Apple TV thing. So
I remember where it was like they had to like sign the names on the test, and the Peppermint Patty was like, "Charlie Brown, are you trying to hold my hand?"
yeah.
Like, this girl,
You sly dog.
Chuck.
That was always a fun relationship. Peppermint Patty having a crush on Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown, not really reciprocating that. Always calling him Chuck, and then her friend always calling her Sir. Like, it's just a really interesting dynamic. You did ask a question, Colton, about the teachers and the parents. Why you can never understand them.
Or like, why do they never like show their faces and stuff?
Well, partly because that's it's like the comic strip. They didn't have any parents in the comic strip. And I think once it went to animation, it was like they didn't want to, like, basically kids when adults talk, that's what we feel like you hear at sometimes, is you don't really hear us saying words. You just hear wah 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 wah, and then you go about doing your own
A
thing.
standardized test.
Yeah. So, and then it's kind of like a play. What's another show or movie? There's another movie out
Cloud
there where you don't hear anything that the character's saying. You don't have any subtitles, but because of the way the actors respond to it, you know what the character said. It's in
I was gonna
space.
say Loud House, but then I realized you hear them, but you just don't see their faces.
Can't be.
What'd you say, Connor?
I said Interstellar, but I don't know if that's right.
Wait, is it the Galactus one? Not Fantastic Four.
What are you talking about?
In space.
Yeah, Star Wars. So
What?
R2D2 always beep,
Oh,
and you
yeah,
never
yeah.
know what he says. But then because the characters interact and say a response to it, you kind of pick up on what he said. So R2D2 and BB-8 are both kind of examples of that. Where in this, it's a similar thing where you don't know what the teacher said or what the parents said, but you get what they said based on the kid's reaction. So let's rate the Peanuts movie. What do you got, Colton? You go first.
Like a 5.
Cool. Zeke?
This honestly broke the scale. Like the
We
amount
can't
of
break the
depth.
scale.
We can't. I
No,
give it a
there's no scale breaking.
5.0000001. There.
Connor?
It's better than. It's a really good movie. Better with children. They feel so complex and like deep feeling. Like I genuinely can't relate to that. I used to be a very childish child. I know it sounds crazy, but I was childish when I was a
Really?
child.
You know, I was born at a young age, and I
Yep.
couldn't talk. I couldn't walk.
All right, Connor, rate the movie.
I give it a 4.
Okay. I gave it a 4.5. So I think it's a really solid. Yeah, but for me, peak is Christmas and Halloween. So cool. Well, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for listening. If you're on the Apple Podcast, I hope you enjoyed the audio version. And be sure to jump over to Instagram. Give us a like over there. Give us a follow. That'll help us reach our goal of getting to 1,000 followers before the year 2026. That would be a great thing. Share, like, follow, hit that subscribe button. We'll talk to y'all later.
Hippity hoppity and take the children and the property. Let's go.
Thanks so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Again, you can check out all of our links at bio.site/moviesthatmakeyou. Feel free to drop us a line. We'd love to hear from you. So until next time, keep watching movies.